Let me go ahead and bring to you our next speaker. And I'm super excited about this because actually with one of the things that Inspiring Workplaces is doing is showcasing people who have actually won the Inspiring Workplaces Awards. And I think that's such a great platform to be able to see companies that are doing a great job out there and making a difference in the world, and to actually kind of get the insight under the, lift the hood under the car and look at what they're doing, because it's fun to see live case studies with this. So basically what I want to share with you now is introduce a case study from BPRESS, and this is a PR and communications agency that's based in Italy, and it's one of our Inspiring Workplace winners in Europe this year. So I'm super excited about that. And we're going to hear from Biasi. And he is the founder and CEO of BPRESS. And basically, he's going to be focusing in on how being purpose-driven keeps you human in the world. And this is a world that's being dominated by change and growth in terms of the impact with AI. So it kind of relates. I'm very curious to hear what he has to say here as well. And this is your opportunity, as I mentioned, to hear from somebody who won this award in 2024. And you're going to learn about how their workplace is working. It's an award-winning, and basically gain actionable insights on how to elevate your own workplace culture and get inspiration from there. And that's the purpose of this entire PeopleFirst Summit, is to get some good inspiration, which we desperately need right now. So with all that said, I would love to introduce Diego here and bring him on board, and we'll get going and start the next talk for you. Diego, are you there?
Hello.
Hello,
hi, Karen.
Diego.
Thank you very much for the introduction. And it was very interesting. Your presentation was very interesting. And also it's a very good counterpart of mine, because I want to share with you all our case study. It's about ourselves and how we took a different path to introduce and incorporate AI from a different perspective. You said to keep the human factor in the loop. Yes, we are doing exactly that, and the human factor will be center stage of this presentation. So thank you very much. And
thank you. Let you have the stage. Go ahead, yes. And it's all yours, Diego. Take it away.
Okay, so welcome and good morning, everyone. To those following us live, it's 9:30 in Milan, Italy. It's a rainy day, and welcome to those who will be viewing or are viewing us afterwards. My name is Diego Biasi. I am the founder of BPRESS, which is a PR and communications agency based in Milan, Italy, which I founded 34 years ago when I was 29. Now I'm 63. And how can I see the presentation? I would fantastic go straight to it and through it. And actually, this is me today, but I am afraid, thinking about my professional life, that everything has started quite a long time ago, because this is a picture I took from one album I found in my mother's drawers. It was taken at a kindergarten. The guy on the left is clearly writing press releases, and the guy on the right is calling journalists. And I am the little guy in the center, supervising and organizing the whole thing. And it's clearly an anticipation of my future life, and it's quite prophetic. So I like to share it with you this morning. Going back to us and today, I founded a business that became a successful startup. We started in 1990 with zero money, zero clients, and a lot of energy and ideas. And 34 years after, we are a top 15 PR agency based in Milan with 43 people working with with a remote scheme we'll talk about later from our office in the city center. We serve 50 clients in several sectors and B2C, B2B, technology, corporate, lifestyle, food. And we offer them strategic consulting, PR strategies and execution, social media management, influencer marketing events, everything related to communications. And we work for people that are also a source of inspiration for many of us, because they are a company that sometimes rewrite the rules in their sectors, like Babbel, the app to learn languages, Bosch, Chiquita Bananas, Dyson, the home appliances, Illy Cafe, Skechers, the shoes, Violent heaters, Zalando, Google Cloud, Salesforce, and the Guggenheim Bilbao, which is we have the privilege to serve since a long time now. It is clearly a business where it is important to offer specific benefits to clients. What is the value we exchange with clients, and why customers choose us? Because we do very well three things. We offer communications solutions that help clients solving their business challenges. We successfully launch products, brands, people, and we connect brands with their communities in all sectors. This is all about us, commercially speaking, because I want to share this morning something which is really important. Running a communications agency is quite an experience, because it is a deep dive into the human factor, and in a very complex world we find ourselves in. I think it is now more complicated than ever to run an organization that has people at its heart and runs on the basis of being more human than less human. So we will talk about our human approach to the business. In fact, AI is great, and Karin showed before earlier very wise approach to AI and how to integrate it into the business. I think the risk we see from our perspective is to become aware of how AI can be integrated as a tool to help people be more productive. And to do that, our approach is not start with AI, but we think we should be starting with the human factor, by thinking about the humans and what does it take for people to feel happier and more productive at work. And so this is a real effort to put people first, and it's all about being human. This is a message I want to share with everybody this morning. And our team is appreciating it apparently a lot. Our turnover is very low. We have a very good average evaluation during our listening sessions. What does it mean being human? It means many things. I want to start with one example, which is our remote working program called Switch. Why we called it Switch? Because after pandemics, we returned to the office with a different attitude. We wanted to socialize again. We wanted to get together again. And also we wanted to recognize that the world has changed dramatically. The pandemic forced everybody to reassess how businesses wanted to operate, and our reassessment of that became an entirely new program that is a big change. It's the switch parallel is because the switch is the device for connecting and disconnecting. It's the little lever that turns on the light, on the human factor, and turns off the prejudices about working from home. We started exactly with this idea that working from home has a lot of benefits for everyone if it is seen as a strategic change, is a change of paradigm, an entire new way to work. In fact, in our vision, this is built on 7 pillars. I'm going to talk about them in a minute. The first one is flexibility. We gave our 40 plus people the ability to work from anywhere they like. They come to the office if they want. They remain at home and or work from their holiday home, their parents' home, their partner's home. And this creates a totally different perspective in terms of productivity and also balance, work-life balance, that it is absolutely important nowadays to everybody. The second pillar is parenting. Parenting is an important factor. People in Italy, as you probably know, along with Japan, we are suffering from a birth rate reduction, which is probably connected to the fact that it is very difficult to combine parents' life with a successful career at work. We want to eliminate this paradox, and we offer this ability for parents to work from home for how long they want, and take care of their kids and their homes in the best possible way. The third pillar is well-being. We started offering when we returned back from pandemic, we offered everybody a sum, 1,000 euro, to accommodate a home office environment in their homes, and our people used that money to buy a new desk, a new chair, and or lease a better internet line, and this in the light of offering people a practical way to approach the work environment at home in a positive way. Then training and career development, the two other pillars go together because one risk organizations incur when they they adopt remote programs is that training becomes more rare and more difficult, and the career development is slowing down for everybody. We focused with the senior team of the agency exactly to counteract this effect, and we invested in training people more with a lot of coaching and one-to-ones, and also guaranteed everyone career development exactly the same way as it used to be before going remote. Technology is the sixth pillar, which means giving everybody laptops and iPhones or cell phones in order for them to be productive at their best. And the seventh pillar is a big change for people's life at our agency. We gave everybody freedom to disconnect from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. No emails, no WhatsApp, no messages, no phone calls, nothing. just recharging batteries and getting ready for the next working day. And along with the flexibility, which is the ability to take 1 or 2 hours off every day without asking for a permission within the 8 hours, the 12 hours from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening. It's a benefit that many people appreciated a lot. So this is basically a complement of all I've said. We gave everybody a backpack. We called it the remote worker kit, composed of many items that people use and appreciate. It's available to every employee, and it's on top of the sum of 1,000 euro we gave to improve the home setup for everybody. This scheme was evaluated positively by many juries of the awards we enrolled it in, and we won 5 awards. We won 5 awards, and it is seen as very advanced project that allows the agency to maintain a strong bond with the people working for us. This was one example. I would like to share some more. Another example of putting the human factor at the center stage is a project called The Doctor Is In. We are conscious that the pandemic has created a lot of stress to everybody, and the stress it doesn't stop after the virus, and people are also suffering from, especially in the junior positions, of being not how can I say, taken care accurately by their managers and supervisors sometimes. So they have the opportunity to talk to psychologist or a psychotherapist. We hired a studio of therapists that are available to everybody anonymously, and the employees can write to an email address called The Doctor Is In to ask for a free consultation. And although this was used only a couple of times during the last 1 or 2 years, it's a benefit that it is taken in high consideration, especially by younger talents that are afraid to be not to be able to cope with the daily challenges. Third example is people engagement. We run a kickoff meeting twice a year with the whole team, which starts in the morning with a business session, as most of the companies do, and ends in the afternoon with a team building activity that it has a charity content all the time. This is a picture taken from last year kickoff. We painted little card box houses that eventually went to children in hospitals, and it was a great way for the staff to give back in terms of energy and personal commitment, even for an afternoon. Later this year, we had another kickoff meeting that ended up with a challenge that allowed the team to raise funds that have been donated to women's shelter, to an organization that fights violence against women, which is a huge concern here in Italy. And the good thing about this is that it came from a listening activity. We asked the staff what type of charity we want to choose together, and the women's shelter came out, and it was an activity that came out of the bottom of the company, and very appreciated also because of this involvement factor. Other engagement opportunities, you see here a training session with masterclass of students, visiting students from a business school that visit our agency and get the opportunity to talk about our profession, PR, how it works, and sometimes do participate into workshops for clients, and this is another opportunity of engagement, very appreciated. Last but not least, listening is part of our approach, and it's a systematic listening we carry out in 4 ways. One is we offer a survey every 6 months, twice a year, to collect the sentiment of the staff about how the agency is run. They all have anonymously the opportunity to express their feelings, give suggestions, and encourage the agency to change, to adopt specific actions, or to stop doing something. And it's and all the comments are evaluated carefully by the senior leadership team in order to identify those who can be actionable immediately. For instance, after a flight of suggestions, we decided to accommodate one of the requests of changing the provider of the meal vouchers in order to have a better a better opportunity to spend the vouchers in the new area where the office was relocated in the meantime. And we increased the face value by 50%, which was a desire expressed by many of our employees. Listening can have a different other formats. One-to-one listening, very important. Every week or two, the team leaders get together their team and talk, because talking is exactly what people want to do with their leaders. We also carry out a 360 listening, which allows people to be evaluated by their peers, by the boss, by people working and reporting to them, by clients, and gives an overall evaluation form in terms of listening, very important as well. And then team-based listening during the team meetings and the kickoff meetings I talked about. What are the proofs of this approach? The benefit for us is that we have nearly zero turnover. For instance, in 2024, only one person left, and we hired 2 or 3 more. People feel empowered by the fact that we also choose not to work for some of the world's most powerful companies because we don't believe they share our purpose and our values. And this allows me to talk briefly about our purpose, which is we exist to improve the way people live, work, and enjoy life in Italy. And this is also a good way, being purpose-driven and be purpose-conscious and purpose-driven, to select clients you want to work with, select and also sometimes resign from clients who are not aligned or are causing or people harm. So being human is again a very important factor, and the purpose, this type of purpose, allows to focus on that. We put it on the walls. We talk about it to the new clients and to the new talents we take on board, because we strongly believe that to improve the way we live, work, and enjoy life, it's important. And it's important also because it is a sort and a form of attempt to reach happiness. Happiness, to us, in our opinion, means more added value with less effort, more quality time to work better and to do more interesting things. And obviously, many successful companies are made of happy people. We are very conscious about that, and it's a journey. It takes time. It's a long journey because it is it's a form of long-term strategy that has a number of milestones: more value, less effort, best impact, more benefits for everyone, more time for ourselves. And so we tell everybody, it's a journey, let's go. And let's go together. And that's the message we give everyone. And I want to leave and to finish the presentation exactly with this. Grazie. So
thank you so much for sharing, Diego. That was really very interesting and fascinating, and great to see a live example, because I had mentioned earlier leaders that care, and it's clear that you definitely care. And I really enjoyed listening to your switch model as well. I have kind of a little bit of an unusual question here. When you talk about the parenting element, and because Italy, like Japan, has an aging workforce, how are you dealing with elderly parents? Is that something that is kind of on your radar as well? Because people in the workplace are the sandwich generation with the young kids and the elderly parents.
It's very true. And in fact, when you talk about parenting and caring, the attitude is to think about kids, but parents and elderly people are absolutely a concern. My concern, and people my age concern. So we offer the remote work and the flexibility schemes exactly to accommodate all needs. Also to care about your animals. We allow people to bring in their dogs, but if they want to stay at home and look after the dogs or enjoy the company of their animals, why not? We found out that happy people are much more productive and stay connected with their co-workers, even if they are working from remote. So it's I think it's a real prejudice that not watching people in the office, which is the typical attitude of many Italian entrepreneurs, to see the workforce sweating and busy. Well, this is over. The world has changed a lot.
So I love your example because Italy does have a reputation of maybe not being so like the culture you're creating. Do you find that there's a shift in the thinking of leaders in Italy now? Are they embracing this way of working?
I think yes, it depends very much on where you are located, because Italy is the home of diversity, also in terms of attitudes toward work. But if you live in a big city like Milan or Rome or many others, I think what you're noticing is that the new generations are absolutely aware of the productivity factor. They are not reining back. They absolutely want to commit. It's a matter of creating the right context for them to express their desire and their focus. Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing everything you've shared here. I think you guys are a stellar example and need to be showcased out there so that you inspire other leaders to kind of embrace this people first mentality and culture as well. Any last words of advice or wisdom for anybody listening here before we move on to our next speaker?
I think the advice is what you gave at the end of your presentation. AI is there to stay. I witnessed the birth of internet and 30 years after, obviously this type of changes have an impact on the society and on everyone. But learning from how internet needs to be managed, also managed and integrated. I think the same is replicable with AI. Don't be afraid, include that, but don't push back the human factor, because the integration of the two parts is the key to success.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and sharing an example, and keep shining your bright light out there so you can continue to inspire others. Thank you so much, Diego.
Thank you, Karin.
Thank you.